Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Victoria. Let me, so I don't get copyrighted. Today we're gonna try and do makeup again, just because, well actually there's gonna be a lot of different things in this video, but like that's just what I'm doing right now. Because for some reason, I don't know, I just like saw this video and it was like, oh, like try this, blah, blah. I don't know, plus I was at my friend's house and I was watching how she did her makeup and I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what I'm doing, so let me just... Anyways, before I get into the video, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below whatever videos, you know, like you guys would like to see. I recently opened a TikTok. If nobody knows about that, I'm not very fond of the app, but if it'll help me grow on here, here's my TikTok and here's my Instagram. Go follow those. And yeah, we'll get into the video now, I guess. So, makeup to be pretty, and I just want everybody to remember that. I have a younger sister myself, and you know, she'll kind of be like, oh, I need to have my eyelash curls, and I need to do this, and I'm just like, kid, you're a child, you don't need to do anything. And I feel like it's almost like kids just really want to grow up, when it's like, you don't need to grow up. You shouldn't want to grow up, because it's not very fun once you get here. You know? It's not fun once you get here. Trust me. I haven't even been here for that long, but it's not that fun. What are you doing today? Because today I'm going to learn how to use Adobe Illustrator or something. I don't know. I'm learning how to use a lot of shit today because I need to make a new banner. So we're gonna do that. I was thinking of, I don't know if it would be considered like a series or whatnot, but I was thinking of starting like, I guess it would be considered a series. Like a series of videos where, oh my god, like almost like older sibling tips or like older sister tips, because like that's, you know, what I do. But I don't know why it just like came to me and I was like, oh, that'd be kind of a good idea, because I don't know, I guess it's just because like I didn't have an older sister and I wish I had an older sister, but it's honestly, no, I don't. Wait, I kind of do. Well, I wish I had like myself as an older sister, because I think I'm pretty cool. Don't take your siblings for granted. If you have siblings, don't take them for granted. Try your best to have relationships with them and try your best to like communicate with them, because just don't take anything for granted when you have siblings, because I know they're really annoying and I know they get on your nerves and all that fun stuff, but don't take them for granted, because one day you're gonna be like, oh, fuck, where's my cell phone? Never mind. Yeah, one day you're gonna be like, shouldn't have done that. So, don't take your siblings for granted. Where was I going? Instagram. I'll never forget you. They said they never... Okay, what am I doing? Oh, we're gonna browse the templates for posters. So basically, like, there's just... I found this guy's Instagram, and he does a lot of, like, graphic design stuff, but, like... Plus, okay, so I'm thinking of... Let me take you off of here for now. So I'm thinking of putting something on this wall, because I have nothing on this wall. I have that on this wall. And I made this, if anyone is wondering. And so I'm thinking about doing something on this wall. Plus I took away my lamp because I never used it. Plus I put the light bulb in my closet, which I have to clean that today. This is so off track. So I'm thinking of like doing something on this wall, but I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to do like a cringy like collage thing. Oh, why is it uneven? Sorry. So I don't know what I want to do, but I want to put something on that wall. Okay, so because originally my bed used to be in the middle of the room, Now I'm thinking, do I move it back? And then, do I move it back? Maybe I move it back. But I like my bed where it is. But maybe I do move it back. Okay, well, if I put something, if I like do like something on this wall, I'm gonna move my bed back to the middle, I guess. So that then whatever I do is over my bed. But I need cool posters for that. So that's what we're gonna try and make today. We're gonna try and make some cool posters. My room's literally a mess. It's not funny. Like, it's fucking terrible in here. So yesterday, so we went to the dentist yesterday, and then on the way back we went to visit my grandmother. But when we were going, no way! This is where you guys get your shit from, huh? Anyways, we went to whatever. Anyways, when I was in the car with my mom, so I'm not a huge fan of TikTok. I don't really talk about this because I know it's like a really, I guess, controversial topic because I know a lot of people like it, but so I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's actually something I prefer to stay away from, and I know I sound like a hypocrite because, you know, I have it now. But, so I got TikTok when I started on Musical.ly. And yeah, I started on there, and, when, no way, that's so cool. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I started on Musical.ly, and I quickly became like really obsessed with that. Like a lot of other kids my age did. You know, it was the thing, everybody was, you know, on it. And so I quickly became really obsessed with that. And that sort of led me to, you know, wanting other things. Like, I think I cried for Snapchat, and now I absolutely hate it. And I think it's the dumbest thing ever. But so, yeah, I was really addicted to Musical.ly, and I was like really like, oh, like I love it, whatever. Not really realizing though, like the negative parts of the app itself, because I was so infatuated with like, everybody's on it, I need to be on it too. So I quickly became, you know, really, I honestly just like fell into what everybody else fell into. So then it became TikTok. And I remember all you had to do was like update the app. And so I was on it one day, and my mom's like, Victoria, what's that? And I was like, oh, I'm like, it's TikTok. And she goes, I told you could have Musical.ly. I never said you could have TikTok. And I was like, oh, it's like the same concept. And she was like, okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Now keep in mind, I got to everything really late. Like, I got on social media really late because I don't like social media. I don't like it, yet I want it to be my job. So it's really stupid and it's really weird. But, you know, just because I want it to be my job doesn't mean that I want to be the positive side. I don't want to be the negative side. Anyways, so whatever. I was on it, and then at one point I was like, I'm gonna try and like not go on the app for a month. So I didn't go on it for a month, and I honestly just like felt so refreshed from the world. I loved it. I was like, this is so great. There's nothing to do on my phone, and I have to find other shit to do. So I found other shit to do. I started reading, you know, I got more into art than I was before, and I just started focusing on other things. Then, you know, COVID hit, and TikTok was becoming really big again, and I sort of caved a little bit, and I downloaded it again. And then I quickly realized my decision, and after about a week of having it, I deleted it again. Completely fine, completely normal. I tried to convince so many of my friends, though, delete it. Like, delete it. Like, it's not good for you. Nothing on it is beneficial. Nothing on it is whatever. I'm not trying to say that everything on it is negative, but I think that even the things that are beneficial, people make it negative, you know? Now, like I said before, I sound like a hypocrite because I do now have a TikTok account, but I'm not scrolling on it all the time. Actually, I haven't scrolled on it at all. I honestly made the account, posted 2 videos, and I closed the app. It's just not of an interest to me. I don't really quite understand people's infatuation with this app, but I mean, to each their own. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But, you know, I'm struggling a little bit with my, like, the analytics and people watching my videos and everything. And so a couple of my friends have been like, Victoria, I think you should just do it. I think that you should just download the app, and I think that you should just create an account because it'll really help. So I said, fine, I'm doing it. We'll see if it helps. I don't know if it does help, will I keep it? I'm not sure. If it doesn't, will I keep it? Still not sure. You know, if it helps a lot, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to be active on there. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I don't know if I'm going to delete it. It's not, you know, I just don't like it. I just don't like how people are so obsessed with it, you know? I get it. You know, you get to see little snippets of, you know, these famous people's lives. Like, sure, would I love to, you know, watch TikToks from my favorite YouTubers? Yeah, I guess. But at the same time, no, I don't, because I don't really care. I'd rather sit here and watch a 15-minute video of them doing absolute nonsense than scroll through little 15-second ones. I think, so when I had deleted it, as most people know, Emma Chamberlain is not on TikTok. She's not on it. Rooting for her, because when I deleted it, that was when I quickly not became obsessed, but like I slowly like started watching her videos a lot more than I did before. And that was right around the time of like COVID starting. And so eventually I started listening to her podcast, and then she started talking about how she deleted TikTok. And I was like, so it's not just me. It's not just me who doesn't like it, because I felt like at one point that it was just me, and it's not just you. And if you don't have social media, that's honestly fine. It is so okay if you don't have things. It's okay if you don't have Instagram. It's okay if you don't have Snapchat. It's okay if you don't have TikTok. It's okay if you don't have whatever else people are on. It's totally fine. And that's what nobody realizes, because it's always being shoved in our faces. Look what she posted. Look what he posted. Look at this. Look at their story. Look at that. It's okay if you're not on it. I don't like people ask for your Snapchat, because as annoying as it like is, I get it. Sure, you get to send little photos back and forth, whatever. It's kind of cute. But like, you're not conversing. I know a lot of girls get really excited when it's like, oh my god, he snapped me with his full face. Cool. Did you want me to like pat you on the back or something? When I had it, I snapped people with my full face all the time. I didn't have any idea that it meant something. I just thought that that was what the hell you're supposed to fucking do. You know? I don't know. I really don't know, because like, this is just my opinion. Not everybody has the same opinion. And finding somebody who has this opinion is so hard. It's so hard. Instagram, on the other hand, I get it, you know. I suppose that for some people, it might be a little bit important. And I will admit that I didn't have it up until I started high school. And even when I did start high school, I still didn't have it. I got it, like, literally this year. I didn't really understand the hype about it at first, and even now I still really don't. Do I post on there? Yeah, I do. I post on there. I post on my story, I post on like my feed, I post whatever. Sure. Am I on it? Yeah. You know, whatever. I think that we need to remember that not everything we see is real, and that those things tend to just be highlights of people's lives. You know, so we have to, not everything is what it seems to be, and not everything is what people say it is. TikTok, on the other hand, I just don't understand TikTok, man. Like, I want to just, like, hug her, and I want to, like, let her know that it's fine, because, like, yet again, I just think that it sometimes sets unrealistic expectations, you know? Like I said, if you don't have this stuff, it's totally fine. It is totally fine. It is actually so okay that you're probably better off without it. And don't get mad at your parents if they don't let you have it. They're doing the right thing. They're doing the right thing. I am honestly happy that my mom and my dad never let me have anything up until this age, because I feel that now I'm mature enough to understand what I'm actually looking at. You know? I know a lot of younger girls who are on these apps are like, oh my god, I need to do just that, and I need to look just like that, and I need to wear whatever, and I need to buy these things because it'll just make me more whatever. You don't. You really honestly don't. You don't have to do any of that. You don't even have to have it. And if people are making fun of you for that, tell them to go and fuck themselves, because they just don't deserve to be your friend if they're making fun of you for not having social media. Social media. And I hate when people pull up the bullshit excuse of, oh, it makes it easier to communicate. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. If you want to communicate, open up your phone, give me your phone number, and I'll give you mine, and you can message me, and then you can FaceTime me, and then we can call, and then we can talk, you know? Or, how about this one? See each other in person. See each other in person. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Unless you live, like, really far away from each other, because then it is hard, but I don't like when people make fun of other people for not having social media. So, like, for example, my sister, her friends they really want her to get Snapchat. Right? Now, I did get Snapchat when I was in her grade, but it was, like, monitored. Like, so monitored. And that was, you know, eventually, not long after that, I sort of realized, like, it's not good for me. It's not helping with anything, and I deleted it. You know, and I keep trying to remind her, like, you don't need it. You don't need it. Nobody's telling you that this is what you need to live. Like, you're doing fine without it. You know? Oh, but boys will like me. Listen, boys are gonna like you if boys are gonna like you, and if they don't like you, that's their fault. What is this? Just, yeah, social media is something I feel like super, super strongly about, and I could honestly talk for hours on end about this. But because I feel so strongly about it, that's why it's always something I've wanted to be, like, you know, famous on, I guess. And that's why I've always wanted to do this, because I remember being that, like, little girl who was so obsessed with, like, I want TikTok, and I want Snapchat, and I want Instagram, and I want this, and I want that, and I want this. You know, and I remember, like, crying because my mom wouldn't let me have it. And I remember crying because, like, all the other girls I knew who had it, like, they had, like, boys who were their friends, and, you know, they had more friends than I did, and I figured it's the only thing that'll, like, make you popular on all this other stuff. I remember being that small and, like, being so worried that I didn't have this stuff, and then, you know, now, being the age I am, it's so stupid that I was so mad about it all, because social media itself is dumb. It is dumb. You know, and I get it. We're all stupid in our own ways, you know, we all do dumb stuff. But I just, like, not everything's real. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. And I wish that my 12-year-old self knew that, and I wish that she knew, like, you don't need it to have friends, and you don't need it to whatever. No, like I said, I'm a literal hypocrite because I do have TikTok and I do have Instagram, and, you know, but I'm using them mainly because I want this stuff to actually reach people, and I want this stuff to have people think a little bit differently about what it is that they're doing, you know? Also, it kills me when I see, you know, I remember being some of these kids' ages, and, like, it kills me when I, like, hear the stuff that they say. I was at the mall, and I overheard some, like, younger girls talking, and they were like, oh, like, you can't wear that, like, you're not skinny enough. And I was like, I wanted to cry. I was like, you're like 10. What are you talking about? What? And then my next thought was, why are you in Aritzia if you're 10? Why are you spending $60 on a pair of shorts that are far too short? That's not my problem, but I was like, I can't believe, like, you said that, like, these people are supposed to be your friends. And it's like, and you're 10. You're 10 and you're commenting on somebody's body. When I was 10, I was playing with my American Girl doll, and I was crying because I couldn't buy her bedroom. Like, I don't know why kids grow up so fast anymore, man. But, yeah, I just, you know, it, like, really pains me when I, you know, see these little kids who, you know, don't have a lot going on, and so they sort of, like, resort to the social media to, like, give them their advice on everything. It's really, it's painful, and I feel really, really, really bad, especially because, like, you know, my sister's a kid, and I know that she's sort of in that phase of like, oh, I want this and I want that. And, you know, kids are impressionable. Kids are really impressionable, and we don't realize that a lot, but kids are really impressionable. Kids are on these apps too, and we don't want to give them the wrong impression, like life is easy, and like you don't have to work for anything, and you know that you don't have to, and that you have to be skinny, and that you have to be this and you have to be that. Like, kids are impressionable, and we always forget that. And I really got off track with this conversation, but it's fine. Also, camera's overheating, time's almost up on this recording, so I'm gonna work on my banner, and then I'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. I love you. I'll be back.